Getting to the bottom of a bottleneck problem can be challenging. Performing a root cause analysis is applied to identify and address the core causes of problems. Watch this video on root cause analysis and the 5 whys.
By applying a 4-step root cause analysis framework, you will learn to restore high service levels predictably and calmly. While the warehouse jam is the most immediate crisis, it is merely the symptom. The true failure lives upstream in the underlying data, where it can continue to disrupt the system undetected until it is specifically addressed. Step 1 is to quantify the problem. A supply chain manager's first task is transforming raw customer dissatisfaction into measurable data. This is a hand-drawn graph showing the direct correlation between time spent dealing with unhappy customers, detractors, and the resulting impact on revenue. Every hour spent fielding complaints costs the business thousands of dollars. Use this data to calculate the exact service level gap your facility is currently experiencing. Measure the difference between the service level expectation of your customers and the actual delivery rate. Without hard metrics, you fall into the tampering trap. Tampering happens when management tries to adjust a system based on guesses and assumptions, which introduces new errors and increases variation. Step 3 requires a diagnostic journey. We trace the path backward from the visible symptom to the upstream source. We do this using the 5 whys technique. You ask why repeatedly until a structural process failure is revealed. Let's ask the first why. Why is the documentation incomplete? The answer is that the destination data was never generated by the system. Now, the second why. Why was it not generated? Because the customer did not provide a postal code during checkout. This flowchart illustrates the classic distribution channel. We use it to pinpoint the information disconnect. By mapping the process, we see the lack of a mandatory field in the distribution stage created an inevitable bottleneck down the line in shipping. The issue was traced back to a simple lack of data validation on the website's checkout form. The most complex physical supply chain jams are often caused by the smallest voids in digital information. Step 4 shifts our focus from investigation to remediation. We need to ensure this bottleneck never returns. We introduce a process constraint. This is a strict rule that prevents a task from moving forward until specific conditions are met. Moving forward, every address entry must be verified by the system before a consignment is dispatched. This comic illustrates the resolution of a customer complaint. Active management intervention allows us to put the error right. Using the 5 whys, the manager implements a mandatory asterisk on the zip code field. Incomplete orders can no longer be submitted. This systemic fix restores the contract between the service provider and the consumer. This systemic fix resolves the current complaint while preventing the same error from occurring for future customers. With the data bottleneck removed, the physical supply chain returns to an optimized flow. Thousands of parcels move through this distribution center in uninterrupted synchronization. On the success dashboard, all the red alerts have been replaced by green indicators. By replacing human assumptions with strict root cause analysis, you predictably restore high service levels. Identify one recurring headache in your own facility. Take 10 minutes this week to apply the 5 whys and trace it to its source. Great managers are made, not born. They are made through the daily, rigorous application of these diagnostic tools.